Alright, so today the main focus of today's video is these shocks right here. They're known as the hot racing shocks. Hot racing, from what I've known, makes a lot of parts for this specific cars, the Mini Bs and the Mini Ts. So today the specific focus, of course, like I just said, are the shocks. These shocks are in bright blue with silver and usually have these really dark blue springs on them. I mean, these springs are, I don't know about the color. When they're on there, they look a little bit too bright, but overall they're too big, causing the car to kind of look a little monster truck, if I would say. What I mean by monster truck is like it's at the full range of motion travel, or full range of motion. The arms are sticking out like kind of like a monster truck, right? A lot of people like for it to be sitting low, you know? They like that low feeling, and when people run it in indoor tracks or on the street, sometimes like it could tip over easily. It might not sit as well. I personally like it sitting low. So what I did was I got the original springs from the original shocks, which look like this. This is an extra pair that I have, but I got the Dremel tool and I grinded all the old black paint off and gave me this silver finish look, which I really love. You know, it kind of makes it look a little bit more aftermarket, something more unique. You know, I like my car looking unique. I don't like it looking stock. But the overall focus is this shocks. So let's mention the one thing that it's a really big problem with these shocks, or it's two things. Those springs being really big, that's one thing, and the other thing is that it won't hold your shock oil. What I mean by that is, let's get more specific. So these are the original shocks, right? Yes, these are the original shocks. Those original shocks work really great. I totally recommend you sticking with those or getting the Losi shocks, unless you want to do what I did, which was switch springs. And then these pistons from the originals have a really good piston. They have like a few holes around the circular piston that goes in with the shock oil, right? And that makes it really smooth. And if you put some heavy weight on there, it'll actually reflect of the heavy weight and you feel it pretty stiff, you know? And like it kind of feel like that, because if you're running really low shock oil and then you go like that, it's just gonna feel springy. If you like, yeah, you know what I mean, like it's gonna feel springy and causing your car just to tip over when you make tight turns and etc. But these have a different type of piston. When you open them up, it's like a little circle, and then in the middle they have that gap, which is where the oil passes through. But I don't know if it's that gap that's a little bit too big or that just design. I'm not sure what these guys intended to do with their product, but in my case I was running 50 and I tried that 42 oil down there and it felt really springy. It did not feel like that weight at all. To my opinion, it was really bad, because when I was running that weight on these original shocks, it was really stiff, you know, the way I want it, because I run it on the street. So like for me, it's better to be stiff than springy, because if it's springy, it's gonna be tipping over all the time. That's something I really don't want. You know, I like it kind of planted, you know what I mean, stiffer. So what I did was I was thinking about buying those aluminum shocks from Losi, because I kind of like that aluminum look. Just like these, they have that beautiful aluminum look. That's something I'll give them. They look really beautiful on the car. I recently built a Techno kit. It's right over there in the corner, the nitro buggy. You could see that. But you know how they come with these diff oils? 5,000 CST is a tremendous amount of weight. Well, CST calculated into weight, I'm not sure what that is, but you know, you can do the math. I basically filled all 4 of them, and I guess now the problem is fixed. After adding a tremendous amount of weight, you know, it'll start feeling just the way I want it, which I guess that could have been an option, but you know, it's best to know what weight you're gonna need, because then you're gonna have to spend an extra amount figuring out what weight it'll be. So if you do the calculations from 500 CST, because this 50 weight is 650 CST and this number is in CST, so if you do the calculations, if you guys want to get what I got, some tremendously amount diff oil like that, just do the math. I recommend running that 5,000. If you're someone like me who kind of likes it a little bit stiffer, do that. I'm telling you guys right here the key. Haven't found too many videos of these shocks being reviewed or talked about on the internet. I don't know if it's because you're a little bit newer, or to be honest, I'm not too sure, but that's something you want to look out for before you buy these shocks. If you guys want the beauty of to run them, you guys want those you know, those dark blue aluminum exposings on there, which they look beautiful, I'm not gonna lie. And then you guys know the path you guys got to take. Make sure you guys get that oil instead of trying to put one of these oils, because then it's gonna be real soft. And I mean, you can have it soft, it's all personal preference, but to me, I like it this way. Well, yeah, that's basically all I wanted to talk about in this video. If you guys want any updates or questions about what's going on, I'll be gladly to make another video. I also have these arms on there. I'm not sure if I should get the fronts. It's because those arms, they really help, because when you're on the street, when you're running it, you know, little rocks chip and the plastic is small and thinner, so it'll break a big piece from whatever plastic you're running, or just trim off a big piece. As you can see, these tires, they're pretty used up. Running them pro lines, whole shots in the rear. Like I said, for street, really grippy compared to the stock ones. Now the ones in the back, they're the J Concepts. I'm not gonna focus. J Concepts as well. The body's a J Concepts, as well as the wing. So yeah, like I said, any reviews, anything you guys want, what internals I'm running inside, just let me know. I'll be glad to make a new video. And yeah, see you guys soon.